Good morning, viewers. Welcome to ST Money's Morning News, your weekday business news channel. It is Tuesday morning, November 5, 2024, and I'm your host, Sunil Thakker of Sunny Talks Money. Let's roll. US stocks closed slightly lower after a choppy session on Monday as investors prepared for a crucial week in which the Americans will elect a new president and the Federal Reserve will announce its policy statement. Presidential candidates Donald Trump and Kamala Harris both scrambled for an edge in the last full day of a race that polls show as extremely close. It could take until Thursday or so at least to figure out who won, and so unfortunately, this is going to be a pretty volatile week. Earnings are going well. The Fed is still likely to cut interest rates. The only true uncertainty is the election. And hopefully that will be finalized sooner than later so investors can go back to investing. Elements of the so called Trump trade appear to falter ahead of Tuesday's election. Some of the so called Trump trades unwound after a recent poll showed Harris, the Democratic vice president, leading in Iowa, sparking a drop in the US dollar and Treasury yields. In light of the Iowa poll, Harris's odds against Republican former president improved on several betting sites, which many market participants eye as election indicators. At the same time, shares of Trump Media and Technology Group, the parent company of Donald Trump's Truth Social network, rallied. Trump Media and Technology Group closed up 12.37%, bouncing back from early losses of nearly 6%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 257 points or 0.61% to 41,794. The S&P 500 lost 16 points or 0.28% to 5,712. And the Nasdaq Composite lost 59 points or 0.33% to 18,179. The Russell 2000 rose 0.4% as falling yields supported small cap stocks, seen as more likely to benefit from lower rates. Treasury yields declined, the dollar weakened, financial stock slips, and shares of private prison operator GEO Group fell. The 10-year yield fell to 4.309%, having settled Friday at 4.361%, the highest level since July 2. Also looming large is the Fed's two-day policy meeting kicking off a day later than usual on Wednesday in light of the election. Wall Street is convinced that Chair Jerome Powell will usher in a 0.25% rate cut on Thursday despite signs of stubborn inflation and muddied job market signals. The biggest gainer among the 11 major S&P sectors was energy, up 1.87% as oil prices climbed after OPEC Plus decided to delay plans for an output increase. Oil prices jumped with Brent crude futures rising 2.7%. West Texas Intermediate crude rose 3.2% to $71.70 a barrel. Spot gold was little changed. Chip heavyweight Nvidia advanced 0.48% on Friday. S&P Dow Jones indices said the company would replace Intel in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Intel shares slipped 2.93% to weigh on the Dow. Hotel operator Marriott International lost 1.59% after cutting its 2024 profit forecast on weak domestic travel demand in the US and China. Constellation Energy was the worst performer in the S&P 500, tumbling 12.46%. On Friday, the Federal Energy Regulator Commission rejected an agreement to increase the power capacity of an Amazon data center connected directly to Talon Energy's nuclear power plant in Pennsylvania. The decision weighed on the utility sector, which fell 1.21%. CBOE's volatility index, also known as Wall Street's fear gauge, inched up to 21.94 and remained above its long-term average of 19.46 as it hovered close to a near two-month high hit last week of 23.42. Experts cautioned against reading too much into yesterday's moves. Key events this week: China Cakes and Services PMI on Tuesday, US ISM Services also on Tuesday, US presidential elections Tuesday. Eurozone HCOB Services PMI, PPI, China trade, forex reserves, UK BOE rate decision, US federal rate decision, US University of Michigan consumer sentiment on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. That's it for today, folks. I will see you tomorrow morning. In the meantime, let us know in the comment section what are your thoughts for the market. Happy investing, stay inspired, and remember, it is all about money.